Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes on hard difficulty, which is unlockable after you clear the campaign in initial time. So, I have my PC settings here for this game. They're going to appear in the bottom right. It's what I'm going to be doing from now on. And if you rewind it and pause it, it had value for frame rate, and I have it on auto. The only other option for this game is a 30 FPS cap, but since this game runs faster than 30, or more, I should say, I haven't even had any performance issues that have mandated that I cap it at 30. So, what to say about this game? It's impossible to talk about everything I need to talk about, like, for instance, that roll right there, and all the mechanics, because what I've had to do is I've had to artificially lengthen this video by not going to the goal right away. I'm going to go around and do some extra stuff because I know that, like I said, this is my third time through the game. I think I've said that. This is also my third time trying to commentate this because people keep talking because it's very loud. It's New Year's Eve, which is actually the New Year's Day right now. But I picked this game up on Steam for $16.99, and today, that was last night, and then today when I looked at it, it was $3 cheaper. But even then, it's a $10 game at the very most. So I empathize. Well, I can't empathize with people who paid $45 with tax for it, but whatever price you paid, it's not worth it. But it's still a good game, and I don't have any complaints aside from some minor grievances, which I'll point out in a minute. But over here, like for instance, I know that I need to follow that guy right over there who's going down the street. Not literally, follow him or tag him or trail him or anything like that. It's just, I know that's the way down there, but since I need to talk about things, I'm just going to go over here and do some extra stuff. But okay, so we have a tranquilizer gun. From what I've heard, the suppressor has a certain integrity, meaning that if you use it too many times, the muffled nature of it will decrease and end up not being silenced anymore. So we're only... Okay, so this is kind of interesting. You grab people with the right trigger. I have a different control scheme selected so that the crouch is on B. Oh, see, the reason I went up there is it's a complete accident because I'm using a new control scheme for this playthrough because I like to reload with the X button and crouch with the B button. So when I accidentally do things and you see me, mantling over things and not knowing the button to grab the enemy, it's just because I'm using a new control scheme here. I like it a lot more. But this is my third playthrough of this game, my second on hard difficulty. And what else? So it's only one mission, but I'm going to divide it into two just so that the playlist has at least 2 videos in it. So we're rescuing Chico in this situation, and then in the next video we're rescuing Paz. I don't know anything about Metal Gear or its universe because I've only played Metal Gear Solid like 4 years ago, the first one on the PS1, and I quit it because I hated it. And that was like 4 years ago, so that's all the knowledge I have about Metal Gear. So I actually wish that I knew more than I do about this, but I feel that someone can enjoy the mechanics. I think the mechanics in this game are strong enough for me to enjoy it a lot. I mean, they are. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It looks gorgeous. So with the tranquilizer gun, you have to put the target's head in between the 2 lines, like when you're aiming. Maybe it'll appear up here. But when you're shooting enemies in this game, it's about range. It's how far they are away from you. A lot of the times you'll be getting thrown into reflex mode, which can be toggled on and off, and you get rewards for not having it on, which is if you get caught with your pants down, so to speak, and they see you, you get a second chance to kill whoever saw you. subdue him or what have you. Now, the way I play this game is I don't go guns blazing. You really can't anyway, but I try to do it without being detected. And if I do go into reflex mode, it's because why not? It's a really good mechanic. Oh, this is pretty funny here. I had no idea this guy was going to come down here, and then when he collided with me, he fell to his death. And what I was going to do was grab him and strangle. So when you grab an enemy, you grab him with the right trigger. This guy is actually dead, so we're going to just put him in the bushes a little bit deeper so nobody can see them. But I think they clean up the bodies in this game for you. So when you grab a foe, you have the ability to interrogate him for more information or kill him, shoot him in the head, and that's about it. And then you could drag him to different locations. And crawling in this game is just, when in doubt, start crawling. I can't tell you how good it is. So you see this? He's barely within my range, but I do have the red marker, so what I need to do is go over here and we'll get a checkpoint. The checkpoints in this game, when they spring up, it makes doing a guide very hard for this game because you can't line up footage properly. So I'm trying. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this guy, and you see how long this takes me? It's because it used to be Y or something. It used to be the Y button with the different control scheme I had, but now it's A, so I'm trying to adjust to it. So I'm going to put this guy in here, and now we need to go down here into the prison base. And the thumbnail that I have for these videos is from the hospital scene. A couple years ago, or whenever this, maybe just a year ago, when I saw the trailer for this game, it was amazing. It's got really killer soundtracks on it, and it makes you want to play this game. And I think I will play this game when it comes out. I mean, I'm always looking for nice third-person games. It does have some problems, like the camera is way too tight on the character. It just reminds me of The Evil Within. So the best way to get into this place actually is to go up the tower over here. Some towers are manned, some are not. It's harder when they're manned because you've obviously got a guy behind a searchlight up there. So like I mentioned, I wish I knew who we're rescuing, but part of me doesn't really care either because I'm having fun playing this game. But I think the weird checkpoints make this game difficult. Sometimes it's very sensitive. So I'm going up here because you could mantle over this and come down. And then there is one enemy in here. And this typically works out. Like, I've done this path. This is my second time doing this path. The path of the Master Ninja. I was actually going... I don't know what's ahead for my channel. I'm moving in a few months, and there might be a long hiatus where there's no videos on this channel, so I really don't know what's coming. I'm done with Arkham City. Oh, and this game has a horrible thing with I can't get my cursor to hide the way every other game I play on the PC hides it for me. And it's just I can't get the cursor off the screen. It's ridiculous. And I looked it up, and other people are having that same first world or problem where it's of paramount importance, of course. Look at the camera here. It's unacceptable to have that like that. But anyway, we're gonna go over here. I put the boy by the box over there. Now we're gonna take this guy out. And when I did this before, I was hiding bodies, but I honestly think the game just cleans up after you. So you come over here, open the gate as loudly as you want. The mode we're walking in now doesn't alert enemies because I'm moving the left analog as I'm pushing it up as far as it goes. So now what you want to do is you actually want to beat these guys over to where they're going to land. The guy that's right there in front of me, he's going to go into that shed, and then the guy that's trailing him is going to go over here. See, he's going to turn and go in there. And sometimes the guy that's coming down the path now behind him, sometimes he will just come over here and stare at the sea, and I couldn't get him to turn around. Other times, like what he's going to do now is he'll come over here, you know, exhale, yawn, or whatever he does, and then he'll approach the shed, and then he'll look to the left. Now, this was pretty sloppy, and other times I would have got seen for that. But you can also graze the analog stick if you want to. I do that sometimes when I'm kind of suspicious if I'll get heard. But now you're free to run around in this mode, which is pushing down and holding the left analog stick and then pushing it forward. So it's not too bad of an inconvenience. I mean, another thing, it would be nice to be able to reset the camera whenever I want to. What other grievances? They have the cursor problem is really annoying. There's just little minute issues, but overall this game is really good, but it's not worth what they're asking for it, definitely. But I'm glad I picked it up, and I look forward to playing Metal Gear 5 whenever it comes out. So the first time I played this, I had no clue where to go. Okay, so this right here, you press the start menu, and I'm sorry, but when you press start, it should have the menu. Select should be the inventory when you're looking in your map. It's backwards in my opinion. I hate that all the time. And the sensitivity settings, all it says is mouse sensitivity. I don't know why it doesn't change. You know, like if I was playing on the keyboard, it would have all the buttons for the keyboard. It wouldn't say X, it would say W or F or whatever, or Control. You know what I'm talking about. But it just seems like I don't know. I guess the mouse is the keyboard, is the gamepad's analog sensitivity too. But anyway, what we've done there is we've accessed the menu and signaled or called for the helicopter to pick this boy up. And that's the end of the video, you guys. It was longer than it truly would be if you just did a very quick route on it. And then the next video will start right here, and we'll be going to rescue Paz.